Okay, so if you thought you knew what an MLB All-Star Game was supposed to be, you might want to think again after yesterday.
Oh, absolutely.
What went down on July 16th, 2025, at Truist Park in Atlanta? Well, it wasn't just historic. It felt completely different.
Yeah, the 95th Midsummer Classic really did break the mold. It wasn't just tweaked, it felt, redefined.
Totally redefined and ended in a way nobody's ever seen before in this game.
Exactly. For the first time ever, an All-Star Game wasn't decided in extra innings, but by this swing-off, like a mini home run derby suddenly tacked on to the end.
Right, which turned what's usually more of an exhibition into this incredibly tense finish. National League wins 7-6. Wild stuff.
It really was. History made, no doubt about it.
And that's what we're digging into today. Our mission is to unpack how this game became so, well, groundbreaking.
From that big early NL lead.
Yeah, it looked like a blowout for a while.
To the AL comeback, the 6-6 tie, and then, of course, that swing-off finish. We'll cover it all.
So let's start at the beginning. The National League really came out swinging, didn't they?
They absolutely did. By the end of the sixth, they were up 6-0.
Yeah.
Just total command early on.
And some big names providing the fireworks. Pete Alonso.
Yep, the Mets polar bear. He hit that massive 3-run homer. You kind of expect that from him in these settings, but it really felt decisive at the time.
And Corbin Carroll from the D-backs added one, too.
Yeah, solo shot. So the offense was clicking, really putting the pressure on the American League pitching.
But it wasn't just the hitting, right? The NL pitching was also pretty lights out early on.
Oh, for sure. They were dealing. You had Paul Skenes, last year's Rookie of the Year, just pumping unbelievable heat.
Breaking records, I heard.
Yes, setting new all-star velocity records with his strikeouts. Just overpowering stuff. And then you had the contrast with Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, the legend, making his 8th appearance.
8th appearance, yeah. As a legend pick, which is a nice touch MLB added. Seeing his, Kraft and Skenes' raw power back-to-back was pretty cool.
Okay, so 6-0 NL, dominant pitching, big hits. How did the American League even get back into this thing? It felt like the game was over.
Well, it wasn't one big explosion initially. It was more like they started chipping away. But the real momentum shift that came in the 7th inning.
What happened?
Brent Rooker, Oakland A's. He stepped up and launched a 3-run homer.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that. Suddenly at 6-3, game on. You could feel the energy shift in the park.
Okay, so that cracks the door open. But they still needed more, especially heading into the 9th.
Exactly. And the 9th inning was pure drama. The AL was facing the NL's best relievers, and they managed to string together some key hits.
I remember this part. It got really tense.
Yeah, back-to-back doubles with 1 out. Byron Buxton, then Bobby Witt Jr. drives him in. Now it's 6-5.
Runner on second. Well, runner on third after the throw, right? Witt got to third.
Witt got to third, yeah. Huge play. Pressure mounting.
And then the tying run comes home on, what was it?
Stephen Kwan, Guardians outfielder, hit this little soft infield single.
No way. An infield single ties it.
Yep. Witt scores easily from third. 6-6. The place went nuts, not just because the game was tied, but because everyone knew what that meant.
The swing off.
The swing off for the first time ever.
Okay, let's talk about this whole swing off concept. It came out of the CBA a few years back, right? The 2022 agreement.
That's right. The idea was basically, look, this is an exhibition game. Let's not burn out pitching staffs with potentially endless extra innings.
Makes sense. Keep the energy high, give the fans a definitive, exciting finish.
And keep it relatively quick. So the rules they came up with were pretty straightforward.
Lay them out for us.
Okay, so each manager picks 3 players. Each of those players gets 3 swings.
Just 3 swings each. That's it.
That's it. Most total home runs from your team's 3 players wins the game. Simple as that.
All right, so who did they pick? The managers must have been sweating that decision.
Oh, definitely. For the American League, they went with Brent Rooker, who was already hot.
Good call there.
Randy Arozarena, always exciting, and Jonathan Aranda.
Okay. And the National League?
The NL countered with Kyle Stowers from the Orioles, Kyle Schwarber from the Phillies, and Pete Alonso lined up last.
Okay, Schwarber and Alonso. Some serious power potential there.
Absolutely. So the stage was set. Pure power, high pressure.
How did it play out?
Well, Rooker stayed hot for the AL. He hit 2 homers in his 3 swings.
Wow, continuing his big night.
Yeah, and then Arozarena added 1 more. So the AL finished with 3 home runs total.
3 homers. Okay, so the NL needs 4 to win. Stowers goes first.
Stowers goes first, hits 1. So now the NL has 1, needs 3 more from Schwarber and Alonso.
Enter Kyle Schwarber, who didn't have a great night in the actual game, did he?
No, he was 0 for 2 with a walk. Pretty quiet. which makes what happened next even more unbelievable.
Don't bury the lead. What did he do?
Schwarber just went off. First swing, homer.
Okay, NL has 2.
Second swing, homer again.
Tie game. AL3, NL3. It come down to his last swing. Or Alonso.
It came down to Schwarber's last swing, and he did it again. Third swing, third home run. Absolute pandemonium.
3 swings, 3 homers. Perfect round.
Perfect round. And that third one, the clincher, he hit it as he was dropping down to one knee. Just an iconic moment.
Oh my God, I saw the highlight. Just pure Schwarber power, even off balance. Incredible.
Absolutely incredible. Clutch doesn't even begin to describe it. He single-handedly won the All-Star game in the swing-off after doing nothing in the regulation innings.
So Alonso didn't even need to hit.
Didn't even need to swing the bat. Schwarber's 3 plus Stowers 1 gave the NL 4 homers, beating the AL's 3. The NL dugout just exploded.
What a finish. Just absolutely electric. Now, besides that crazy ending, there were other, maybe quieter innovations happening too, right? Like the ABS system.
Yeah, the automated ball strike challenge system. It made its sort of quiet debut in this game, still experimental.
How did that work? Players could challenge calls.
Exactly. Teams had a limited number of challenges, just like with replay. If they thought the electronic zone got a pitch wrong, they could challenge the umpire's call based on the ABS data.
Did it actually change any calls?
It did. There were 3 calls overturned during the game based on the ABS challenges.
So it had an immediate impact, even if it wasn't the main headline.
Right. It's this subtle sign of where baseball might be heading, blending that human element with technology for accuracy. It seemed to work pretty smoothly, too.
Interesting. And another small thing, maybe more aesthetic, the uniforms.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice touch, I thought. They went back to players wearing their regular team uniforms.
Instead of those, like, specially designed all-star jerseys they've had recently.
A lot of fans seem to appreciate that return to, a more classic look. Felt more authentic somehow.
Yeah, I can see that. And speaking of classic, there was also a tribute, wasn't there?
There was. A very poignant tribute to the great Hank Aaron, especially meaningful, being in Atlanta. They did this technologically enhanced commemoration of his 715th home run.
Oh, cool. How did they do that?
I think they used some augmented reality or projection, kind of recreating the moment in the stadium. It was a really nice way to connect the game's history with its present, especially during a night focused on innovation.
So bring it all together. What's the big takeaway here? What does this game signify for baseball?
Well, I think it signals a real willingness, maybe even an eagerness from Major League Baseball to innovate and adapt. This wasn't just tweaking the rules. It was fundamentally changing how an all-star game could end.
Yeah, it felt bold, transforming a game that's often, let's be honest, more ceremonial into something genuinely dramatic and high stakes right at the end.
Exactly. It shows they're thinking about fan engagement, about keeping the product exciting, especially that all-star showcase.
And the swing off itself, the main innovation.
Yeah.
It worked, right? It seemed like a huge success.
Overwhelmingly, I'd say. It was exciting. It was relatively quick. It avoided that potential slog of extra innings. And it gave us this incredible hero moment with Schwarber.
Yeah, that's a great point. It created a whole new stage for someone to become the MVP, basically just on those 3 swings.
Right. It opens up different ways to think about clutch performance, different narratives. Does this success maybe lead them to consider similar things elsewhere? Maybe tiebreakers and other situations? Who knows?
That's fascinating. And the tech side, the ABS.
That just reinforces the direction things are going. Using technology to improve accuracy, potentially speed things up, reduce controversy. It's about finding that balance between tradition and modern tools.
So for you, the listener, what this really shows is that MLB isn't just sitting back. They're actively trying to keep baseball fresh, exciting, relevant for everyone, longtime fans and newcomers alike.
Yeah, they recognize that how people consume sports is changing, and they seem committed to evolving with it, delivering those unforgettable moments.
So recapping this thing, the 2025 All-Star Game really did have it all. You had dominant pitching early.
Skenes and Kershaw.
Big time hitting.
Alonso and Carroll.
A truly historic comeback by the American League.
Largest ever to tie or take the lead in All-Star history, I believe.
Groundbreaking tech with the ABS challenge.
Yep, quiet but significant.
And then that absolutely bonkers, unprecedented swing-off finish sealed by Schwarber's heroics.
Just an incredible night of baseball, showcasing both its history and its potential future. The NL gets the win, but really, the innovation felt like the big story.
It really did. It left everyone buzzing.
Definitely challenges what we expect from the Midsummer Classic.
Which brings us to our final thought, something for you to chew on. If a simple format change like the swing-off can so dramatically reshape the All-Star Game and instantly create a legend like Schwarber in that moment, what other traditions in sports, maybe even beyond baseball, might be ready for a similar kind of game-changing shakeup? Where else could innovation create that kind of excitement?